The client proposals are run from the results page. But before we show those, I'd like to point out the tabs that are available to you to do further research and understand the financial plan that you're presenting to your client. There's also information under the tab on income, withdrawals, the bank account, asset level, and your different scenario assumptions. Also, different summary charts, asset summaries, income annuities, GLWB, life insurance if there is any, which there is not on this case. But I just wanted to point out that there is significant foundational development of what it takes to produce these final proposals. All of these are the underlying calculations to enable us to have a full professional proposal. In preparation for sharing with the client what you've developed for a suggested retirement plan, we like to click on the Request Draft Proposal because there's going to be a watermark in the middle that indicates that it is a draft proposal. Those drafts are not saved in the software anywhere. You may need to save those on your hard drive. Once you request a proposal, that is a final proposal without a watermark, and that is saved in the software forever. Let's go ahead and click Request Draft Proposal and to see what is available for us to share with the client. Once it is completed being developed, let's go ahead and view the draft proposal. It's downloaded, and we open up the PDF. Page 2 and page 3 just thank the client for sharing with you their information, their personal information, and explaining how we have divided up assets into essential income needs, as well as the extra that has gone into growth and extra assets. Page 4 is the most critical page in this client proposal. It is a good overview, a summary of what we have done in the planning process. In this case, we've started off with $900,000 of assets that they've allowed us to use. We've taken $198,000 to purchase DIAs. We've taken $500,000 to purchase a GLWB to lay the foundation, the flooring for their income need. As you can see, this is before taxes. Then, when the payout occurs, this is after tax. So to understand this, you've put in $198,000 before tax, and it is paying out $395 after tax. We've put in $500,000 before tax, it's paying out $696,000 after tax, for a total guaranteed income of over $1 million. What is not used to guarantee their income goes into the extra or the growth assets. We've given those a 5% rate of return, so at the end of their life expectancy, that money grows to $807,000. The next page is a summary of the income gap after taxes. The clients essentially need $5,000 a month, which is $60,000, but you got to remember that's today. When you look at a 3% inflation rate until 2020 when they retire, you can see their income need is certainly greater than the $60,000 they would start off today. What their Social Security benefits are, what their pension income is going to be. They do not have any unearned income or part-time income, so their total income of known sources is $31,000 in their first year of retirement. So their gap is almost $40,000. And you can see that this page is from 2014 through 2028. The next page just continues the information. And you can see because of inflation, the size of the income gap gets larger and larger. You'll also notice that when Bill passes away at age 85, the income need drops 20%. What I want to point out is the total known income from column H, 3188, is totaled up and brought over to the next chart, which is closing your income gap, and it is brought over to known income sources here in column D. So it's the same information, what they need minus what they know. Now what have we purchased? We've purchased a GLWB that will start right away when they retire, and we got a deferred income annuity. We've got these laddered in. So when you add what they know plus the income annuities plus the GLWBs, so the total that we know that we have coming in is now $62,000. So our income gap is just a little bit under $9,000, then 12, but you can see we have an overage until inflation catches up, and then we start to go short again. The next page in our proposal is a nice graph showing where the different sources of income are coming from. We have the Social Security, we have the pension, we have the income annuities, and we have the GLWB all the way through. Now we're going to look at the assets. We have $198,000 going into DIAs, we have GLWBs, and we have the bank, or the growth in extra assets. And what is the total between all of those? You can see in column F. The next page is just a continuation. The next page in our proposal is just a nice graph to illustrate what the assets are doing. The projected value of the bank account. What is the value of the guaranteed withdrawal rider? Because as you use it, the asset value drops. Now you will get that for the rest of your life, but as far as the value goes, it does get eroded. And the same thing would apply to the period certain deferred income annuity. Next page is just a nice summary of what we did with the money, what we started off with, what we purchased, the contracts that we purchased with the deferred income annuity, the contracts we purchased with the XYZ company FIA, the GLWB, and then we explain to the client what the bank account is for. We explain what the underlying terms are, what a SPIA is, what a DIA is. This chart is the pre-tax numbers. We have been looking at the post-tax in previous pages, which is what most clients like to see. But in case the client wants to see the pre-tax numbers, they're included at the end of this proposal. The next 3 pages detail what the inputs were we put into the software. A great place to verify to make sure that what the inputs are accurate and are acceptable by the client. And then, of course, there's the all-important 3 pages of disclaimers. So there you have it, the full client proposal that details the plan that you've put together to maximize their guaranteed lifetime income.